Hi everyone. We just had another incident out here with the RAC. I mean, this is day 2 of them taking over the whole north coast. You know, we've had one incident after the other, the bully tactics and everything else. I've got a lady here, and she was very upset because she just arrived into Eftersluwe and she sees something, and I asked her if she'd put it on tape for me, so I let her say what's going on and what she's seen. Okay.
I'm extremely upset because I've seen young children sitting in buses down here in Eftersluwe, and when they come out the buses, they're supposed to be completely changed of clothes, dry trousers, dry shoes, socks, everything. But this child was soaking wet. His feet were wet and he was soaking up to his knees, and he's only about 7 years old. And the kid has been sitting there like that all the time. Now he's been put in a coach, which is going to drive now from Eftersluwe to Moria in the same state.
How long was he sitting in the minibus?
Well, there's probably down there. Well, I saw him sitting down there for well over half an hour with my own eyes.
In wet
sitting
clothes?
There in wet clothes.
Jesus.
If it wasn't for the kindness of another gentleman coming up off the beach with a big pile of dry socks, which he gave out on the coach to some people, they would all be sitting there. Quite a substantial amount of the people would be sitting there with wet feet.
And this is RIC bus?
Yes, it was.
International Rescue?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. This is what I'm talking about, you know. They started up yesterday. We've had arguments on the beaches. Now they're putting people in coaches soaking wet, children and all, and they're leaving them in coaches for over half an hour at the bottom of my road. They're bringing them off the dirt track. This is just unbelievable. This is unbelievable. As I said before, this is not business. This is not business. We are here to help the refugees, and quite obviously you're not helping the bloody refugees. We're going to lose people for you. We almost lost a person last night because of you. And you've only been running now 30 odd hours. And the amount of arguments going on because you say you're running the whole coast, and you told my people to get out of here, the people that have been out here for months and months and months. It's bloody disgusting. Absolutely bloody disgusting. International Rescue, you are a really shameful. And the people that run the International Rescue, you have to stop this, because this is wrong. We are trying to help human beings out here, and you are putting their lives in danger in more than one way. When you've got wet kids with hypothermia and you're sitting them on wet buses for half an hour, then they have to sit on another bus for over an hour and a half to get down to Moria. That is so bloody disgusting, it's unreal. This is not about money. This is not about money. This is about people helping people. And the first thing we do when we get them off the boat is we get people dry and get them in clothes. And then we move them. And for you to tell my people to get off the beaches, put wet people in wet bloody into a minibus, bring them off a dirt track, sit them in a minibus for half an hour while they're waiting for another bus, in wet clothes, children and all, is so disgusting, it's unreal. These people have to be stopped. These agencies that are here for money have to be stopped. These aid agencies that make money just for the sake of making money for their shareholders and their directors and that and everything else, and pretend they're doing something, has to be stopped. You don't have hearts. If you had hearts, you'd put these people in dry clothes. We asked you yesterday whether you had clothes, and you said yes. And you can't be bothered to give them to children. You're sitting them in wet clothes in minibuses, taking them off. It takes about 15 minutes to come from that camp to Eftersluwe. And then they sat here for 30 minutes in wet clothes, children. And then you're going to put them in another bus for an hour and a half in wet clothes. It's disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Shame on you, shame on you. Someone's going to die because of you, and believe it, when it happens, I'm going to scream big time. I'm going to scream everywhere. Because you are totally out of order, International Rescue. Out of order. Right, I've had enough.